Starseed Evolution channel. Good morning. I hope everyone's feeling the high accelerations all night. It's been high energies and lots of codes coming in right now. Gesantino Shanti. Welcome to new shifts. New shifting as we open up divine space. More divine space and more expansion space for the year of 2023, which we're shifting into. So we only have a few more months left of 2022, and we're about to go through another massive acceleration for elevation of consciousness. So I wanted to welcome everyone into our divine space. Welcome to our Golden Diamond Age Ascension Self-Mastery School activation for all of you. This is going to be the new beginning of many different schools that we're going to bring into our channel. Master classes, and then also last night you guys could see that we were able to open up a new portal system, and that's going to be to assist people with Akashic record clearing. So it was really powerful last night, but we figured out what we're doing. So that was really cool. I love expanding consciousness, and in the quantum realms, nothing is available, okay? It becomes available as everything comes in through different types of codes, light codes, and templates and blueprints and equations, and that's actually how everything works. So I'm going to do Akashic record accessing and reading, but we're going to connect it to the universal core. So what we're going to do is probably about a few times a week we're actually going to go live, and whoever is divinely guided to us, any soul family that's divinely guided, I'm going to do a waiting list for all of you, but everyone has to be different. Okay, there's thousands of people. We're at 2,000 people right now. Almost 3,000 followers. All of our divine followers, we have about 3,000 now. I know that most of them are not watching, but I rather for us to align to ones that are going to come into the space, I would like to have 3,000 viewers. Okay, so if you feel like what we're creating and developing is going to be able to assist others on their sacred journey, ones that could have been spiritually awakened for 20 years, or ones that are just now spiritually awakening, that are ready to open up doors to the unknown, I'm going to have a waiting list. And I believe we'll be doing it 3 to 4 nights to actually assist me with accessing the super consciousness, for me to open up the super consciousness to become an Akashic record reader, if you want to say, but that really doesn't matter. I just really want to open up to the holograms and kind of open up the super consciousness on this end. That way I can bring more in for the collectives, if that makes sense. So I actually enjoy it. And I do want to have people go in and access their universal core. So if you feel like it resonates, I'd rather have 3,000 viewers, if that makes sense. People that are actually going to participate in community. And it's a divine community, a divine order community, and we are connecting to the Galactic Cosmic Heart of Love Councils, the Golden Diamond Age Councils of Light, and those are the ones that are coming in to work with us. So anyone that is just transitioning, activating the higher chakras, the higher harmonics, spiritually awakening, this will be a really great expansion for them. So I'm going to do a waiting list, and I believe we'll be on, I'll let everybody know, we'll probably be on about 4 times a week on certain dates. So I'll make sure that I can kind of like accommodate the schedule just a little bit, if that makes sense, because it's quantum, and if I start putting expectations to everything, it starts to become interesting. So I would like for everyone to come into the space, and it will be different people each time that you can. The waiting list will start on our website. You can go into the chat and come into our website, and that's starseedevolutionunited.net. You can scroll down, there's a chat, and you can chat with us. You just want to type in, and this is what I do want. I would like some information, your email, your full name, and then your birthday. Okay, your birthday, and then where you were born. And that will be able to assist me. I will send a Zoom link at least a day ahead of time, is what I'm seeing, that I'll be able to connect. And when we're going to be going on, we'll be going on in the evening. So we'll be going on at night, most likely between 7 and 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock Mountain Time. So those of you that are around the planet, and that's going to stay at night. So it will be between 6 p.m. maybe to 8 p.m. and that's when we'll start, and that's Mountain Time. I'm going to open up the space and just say probably about 3 times per week, and not every week will be bi-weekly. It definitely will be bi-weekly, so everybody will receive any information. You have choices. You can call in to receive, to access, to receive Akashic record clearing, ancient record clearing, going into the Akashics, but you're going to be accessing the universal core too. Universal core would be going inward to be able to connect inside, in order for you to go into the universal core, to go all the way out and to merge with your universal soul. And we'll be guiding you on how to do that. This is for you to access your inner universe, your own origins, your own galaxy centers, and where you come from. Let's see, if you're not from this galaxy or you're not from this universal structure, it will come through. We're teaching you how to access the hologram of the universal core for you to go all the way out of the body, to shift the consciousness, come back in. But how we open up everything is we'll go into the Akashic records first, and then we'll just flow. There is no limited time on any of the readings, so it could be 3 to 4 hours that everybody's here in the space and on this space. So we're going to start a waiting list. You can go to our website. I do have Sharon, I think it's Sharon or Shannon C, and she's already sent me information, so I have one. I'm going to do five per session, so 5 per live, and that feels like that's good enough. So 5 people coming into the space. That's why we'll do a waiting list. Everybody will receive a Zoom link, and then you can come on. You can call in, or you can turn on your camera and be more active. Those of you that feel like you're expanded enough to come on. Okay, good. So that was last night, and that was beautiful. It's going to. We'll be going into all kinds of stuff. The Golden Age Halls of Atlantis, Lemuria, Terra, all kinds of beautiful stuff, other galaxies. We'll see what's coming in and who's coming in, different ether realms and civilizations. And that will be important because we'll probably go up into a high light space and we'll access the Akashic records. The records that I will be working in is the Halls of Alexandria. And that's actually the Halls of Alexandria, the records there. Those are my records, one of my temples of records, how I'm able to access and to be able to receive the Akashic record frequencies and downloads. Everyone coming into this divine space, if you go, last night we had a live, if you want to see what is this all about, in order for you just to open up and to expand. This is really just for us to assist and to serve for humanity. Okay? So I hope everyone we'll expand on this, and there will be a waiting list because I do see this, and we will be able to accommodate everyone. So yes, and just for everyone to open up into the divine space, that it will be one reading for everyone. So everyone will have their chance to come in, and we will be connecting to that. We would love for it to be new soul contracts, new soul agreements coming in, new soul family coming in to receive. So we're opening up that space too as well, that it will be one reading per person, one session per person. If that, hopefully everyone will be able to expand on that. So that was beautiful coming in into the divine space. So welcome to our divine sacred passageways. We're going to start activating for the Golden Diamond Age, Ascension Self-Mastery School activation. This is coming in for the collective consciousness that we're going into many different types of Golden Age Ascension schools. Divine White Light Ascension schools, also Divine Violet Flame Ascension schools. So there's all different types of schools coming in. There's also the God Realms too. God Realms is the Golden Age Ascension Mastery schools that are coming into creation, into the physical, and there's a lot that have already been created, and we have more that are accessing more co-creation. So we're going to open up into a Divine Stargate today, and I'm going to start teaching. So I'd like everyone just to open up into your heart, and we're going to bring in a transmission, and our transmission today is the Solar Raw, the Alchemy of Source, Photonic Light, Rainbow Diamond Light Plasma, and the Solar Raw is the Source Light Key Code Activation. And this will be the starting of the Divine Order of White Light. And just visualize rays of white light opening up your heart center. Now, I was meditating before I got on, and that's the reason why I was sitting, and I have to meditate before I come into the space and open up my heart, open up the golden diamond lotus. So I have to open up the heart space, and I saw a beautiful white owl. So I could see a white owl. It was absolutely beautiful. So our first passageway, we're going to open up a Divine Stargate with the golden white owl circle. As you all know, it is connected to our divine circle of our light ship. I would like for you just to open up into your heart, and we're going to open up the Stargate for all of collectives and the collective consciousness, in order for them to raise their vibrational frequency with the Solar Raw, the Alchemy of Source. And you can grab your crystals. We're going to open up into our Ascension School. We have Wizard, Merlin, Mystery Schools, Codex that's coming in, and we're going to start activating that into our frequency bands. The Stargate Passageway activation is for the Golden Diamond Age. We're opening up the Golden White Owl Circle Stargate, and also a Stargate with Athena. The Athena Stargate is the White Owl Stargate of Wisdom, Divine Wisdom Stargate we're going to be activating. And I saw Athena right behind the White Owl. So Divine Wisdom, and we're going to open up this gate center. So I'm going to just move through the passageways. We have a lot of schools to open up, connecting and bringing the transmissions. We're going to start opening up this gate center, and we're going to connect to the Solar Raw Golden White Owl. Stargate activation. We're going to be opening up a heart center, activating this divine gate. The divine gate is connected to receiving pure love consciousness, and to receiving pure love, inner and outer. We're opening up this Stargate with the golden white owl. Bringing in the codes to the Solar Raw golden owl frequencies. It's a beautiful spirit and divine spirit of the owl, transmitting into the heart center. We're going to open up to pure love, consciousness of receiving, and to feel the pure love currents of the Christed light intelligence coming into the heart center and filling up all the places of our physical body of pure Christed source light. Opening up the heart center and the gate system to receiving abundance, and abundance consciousness. And we want to be able to open up this heart space and divine heart space. And I'd like for you just to breathe in and to breathe out. When you breathe in, we want to be able to breathe in source light, the solar raw source light of source and God consciousness, prime creator, and to be able to merge this into the fields and to connect. And we're going to breathe out. As you breathe out, I would like for you to visualize a golden liquid light plasma frequency of a diamond flower, a lotus opening and expanding. So as you breathe out, your heart chakra and higher heart are going to be crystal diamond lotuses. You're going to open it up for receiving pure love, abundant prosperity. We're going to be opening up a passageway in a Stargate with Athena to open up these gate centers and to come into our heart and to connect into our heart as a golden age divine goddess and a Stargate master, to connect into our fields and to open up a passageway to divine prosperity and receiving and giving, generosity and kindness. We're going to open up the Stargate, and Athena is going to come in and to connect into our heart centers for an expansion and place an aqua ray crystal into the heart for expansion activation for receiving prosperity and for giving prosperity too as well, generosity. Inspiration and co-creation. For receiving inspiration and co-creation. Frequency codes and downloads. And we're just going to anchor these templates and anchor them into the collective consciousness, anchor them into the universal core, anchor them into the root chakra and into the feet, the chakras and stargates in the feet, and just visualize anchoring these in. Opening up the Stargate system. And we're opening up the heart center to receive pure love consciousness. Pure love consciousness, inner and outer. Pure love consciousness internally inside. Self-love in our inner temple. As we purely love ourselves with pure love consciousness and the Christ and energies of Source, we will be able to see and to receive external. That we will see pure love and purity of love in our reality through the projector. In the projector of the hologram out there. Athena is going to open up into the Stargate, and this is going to be the Stargate for the Golden Age Ascended Self-Mastery School. We're going to open up into the third Stargate, and this is a passageway to the Merlin Wizard Mystery Schools. You will be able to see his divine sacred union is Morgan Le Fay in Merlin. Morgan Le Fay is a Stargate master. And Merlin is the alchemist. And they're both alchemists, but that's what they're going to be connecting in, teaching you. Merlin's going to teach you a little bit today about the connection to the 12th dimensional Gaia systems. And he's going to come into the heart center and to start activating the Merlin codes and the wizard codes and opening up these divine gate centers. And his divine sacred union, his sacred partner, through all time and space, is Morgan Le Fay. So it's Merlin and Morgan that are going to come in and to assist you with rebalancing the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies into the body, which is important. So those are going to be the codes and wizard codes coming in. We're going to be activating through the Stargates, and this is going to be the Merlin Wizard Mastery Schools of the 12th dimensional Gaia systems. They're going to start activating a beautiful Stargate for expansion of the unknown. Yes. Gushanti no foshanti da kasana. Gasantino foshanti. Gusantina kana dirfanakati. We have a few frequencies coming in, and we're going to do a little bit of teaching as we open up different portals coming in into creation and as they stream in through frequencies and codes. Listen to the Foshanakati. Gisanda. Alright, we're going to have our wizard teachings for today. Gisanda. I'm going to teach you how to make your own wizard incense for your house. Gisanda del Fokosanti. Gisanti. Alright, so all of you guys are going to need a resin burner, an incense burner. Mine's really small and I have them around the house. This one is a lotus. You can find them anywhere. I really love it because it smokes through the top and it gets the job done. The only thing is that with this one, if you guys get this one, you want to put a plate underneath. This is an incense holder. It's a beautiful lotus. I'm going to show you what you will need. Okay, you're going to need coal burners, and tongs. Trust me, you'll need me. I spent many years not using anything like this. You'll need 2 of them and a lighter. Okay, and this is going to assist you in the morning for deep inner reflection in the morning when you wake up from dream time. It could be morning or night, or to cleanse the house, to open up passageways. Everything is a passageway through teleportation to raise your vibrational frequency. So Merlin's going to come in and to assist you. He's going to connect to the emerald ray, and it's an emerald ray crystal that he's going to place in your heart chakra for an activation for remembrance of Merlin codes, the remembrance of the sacred passageways and the mystery school teachings of the wizard teachings, mystery school teachings of the alchemist and the Stargate masters. Mystery school teachings for earthbound magic. So there's the emerald frequency and the emerald ray, and this is the Andara coming through with the Merlin codes, and then a blue ray. Blu-ray frequency. I have different crystals, and he usually likes metals when I'm doing lots of guided work with him every day. Different types of metals, pyrite, moldavite, moldavite and tektite, and different metals that we use. So gold and silver. The Sentina Fushinti. Gold is going to be for high potent alchemy circles. I call it potent high alchemy circles that you can build around the house. Different types of high vibrational grids. Yeah, it's more gold. I'm taught more with gold and silver, but more gold is a higher frequency. We call it high alchemy circles, or different types of alchemist portals that we're creating around the house for higher vibrational tuning and toning to raise the vibrations. Alright, so just a few things simple to make your everyday incense that you could be working with different types of divination, but also connecting to your higher self, higher version of you. When you wake up from dream time, for you to be able to connect or to reflect. And it's not really reflection in a sense, it's for you to open up the divine portals within inside of your body to relax, to tune into your heart chakra, to be able to connect to the higher source, the God consciousness, supreme consciousness within your body. And then also at nighttime, you can clear the house, cleanse and clear the house and smudge the house. And that's what we've been doing in the new property that we're in, is that we it's probably daily, or it could be a few times a day, that we're using these creations, and these creations are guided from our ascended masters. So Myrrh Mer Resin, and this is I actually like this one. It's a Peruvian resin. This one's actually from Peru. This is myrrh. So I have lots of myrrh. I'm almost out actually. We're going to look for a more pure organic myrrh, and that will, we're going to be getting a bag of that, and I'll bring it into the space again for another creation. Once we're able to align to a pure frequency, we're going to look for more organic. But this is Peruvian myrrh, and actually it works really well. I actually love it. It resonates. It feels like it's high vibrational. What came through in the ingredients with Merlin is myrrh, myrrh nettle, nettle leaves. So you can use probably about a tablespoon, a teaspoon of nettle. So you open up passageways, and you're opening up sacred passageways with the sacred leaves of nettle, and sacred medicine and energy medicine, and then also white willow. So you're opening up passageways with white willow. White willow is white willow bark, and it's a passageway, and it's energetic, and it's sacred medicine. And that's it. So that's what Merlin said. White willow or oak. You can use oak bark. Different types of oak bark. Highly recommend organic and pure. And actually tune in to how everything is processed. You want to tune into the processing. The processing of the passageways of the herbs. Okay? How are they grown? Organically or not. This is actually does come into importance, because then you're going to have to clear them. You have to clear the herbs, and we do. You have to clear everything off of them for a few weeks, and that would be energy and energetics. I learned that with Merlin. Merlin is one of my highest Stargate masters for alchemy, high alchemy, and beyond. Way beyond what you could even imagine. Beyond the stars. For the universal core. Merlin has taught me everything for almost 6 to 7 years. Yeah. Opening up, removing veils too as well, and the illusions of the matrix, and then also opening up into the divine alchemy abilities. The alchemist in creation, deep connection to Gaia, which is natural for a lot of us. Connection to Gaia, and then connection to the above. So the above is lots of planetary alchemy and high alchemy. Planetary also taught me a lot about energy vibrations and frequencies, and really to tune into how everything is processed through a passageway. So if you know that you are bringing in herbs, organic herbs, and you can tune into that the energy is in a lower vibration, you're most likely going to have to clear them, to open up and to clear them with your higher self, and it could be a few weeks. So that's why it's important for organic, if you're able to, and then also you can do your own growing if you want, but not with resin. This is going to come, it's going to be important, you'll see, because you'll be able to tune into the vibrational frequency. Just kind of tune into, if you find a beautiful grower and how everything is processed, and if it's an organic, you can tune into it intuitively, but also you want to research, you can call them up and actually ask them how is everything processed, kind of tuning into energy and vibration, and that should be able to assist you. Those of you that do care about the frequencies coming into your house, and that's really important. And it is coming into your house, your home, your environment, any place that you're bringing in that divine nation, that's going to be an importance. Usually it'll take about a few weeks. Could take 6 months. It could take 6 months for some. 6 months to raise the vibrational frequency for some. Crystals and everything else. There's a few crystals, lots of crystals. When I tune into how long to raise their vibrational frequency, I've gotten 6 years. I've gotten 6 years because they have sat in a lower vibrational shop. It's where they actually come from. It's low vibration, and then also the people that are there in the shop, their hearts are closed and shut down. So that is like 6 years of repair right there. especially if they were there for a few years. It's very interesting to tune into. And I learned all of this with Merlin. So Merlin would tell me, he's like, this one's going to take about 6 years. This beautiful Lemurian seed, he's like, 6 years. And he always tells me, I want you to go into the shops, I want you to go into the crystal stores, I want you to view and to observe energy and vibration. So we'll walk in, it's always going to be higher because of all the beautiful crystals, right? And he says, I want you to tune into the people that own the shop and pay attention to this. And he's like, feel the heart centers, and you can feel the heart centers are all contracted. So when we bring him home, he says, he says, because we always ask, how long has this crystal been here? And it's been a few years. He goes, okay, so when we take it home, he's like, all right, so we're like tuning into everything. He said, it'll be about 6 years to repair this. It will take 6 years to bring it back to its original blueprints, in a sense. Merlin does know about blueprints, codes, light codes, quantum consciousness. So it's awesome. I have an amazing time learning with him. So just remember, open up passageways to white willow, to oak, to different tree barks, and to connect to the sacred trees of the Druidic tree cycle. We call it the Druidic tree cycle. I usually just do everything intuitive. I'm sure if it comes in, it comes in. If it's like elder and oak, I love hawthorn, so I'm obsessed with hawthorn. But for today, white willow, nettle passageways is very harmonious. It will harmonize your energy fields, and it will harmonize the environment and raise the vibrational frequencies. So what you do is you can just mix it in a bowl. You can put myrrh, white willow bark, and nettle, mix it up, and then you put the burner. It's really simple. You put the coal burner inside, okay, but you have to light it first. Light the coal burner first before you put it inside. Get it nice and red. Make sure it's red. If not, everything's going to go out. Trust me. Make sure it's red, and then you can start adding your own mix. Now, I highly recommend that you start here because you never know what you're going to open up to later on. And then you're going to open up all kinds of doors because you're going to start to remember. And this ingredients from Merlin, myrrh, white willow, and nettle is for you to open up passageways and portals within inside of you so you can remember your high alchemy, ancient keys, your wisdom, your divine wisdom, yes. And that's why we're activating with the golden owl. Now, the next thing that we usually add in when we're clearing a house and we get into the house, and could be about a few months to raise the vibrational frequency and clear the density. We use garlic leaves, and we have to work in the different passageways. Passageways are doorways and stairwells, and connecting to mirror systems too. We call them mirror systems, different mirrors, but kind of working through each passageway. So stairs are passageways, doors are passageways, anything that opens is a passageway. So we'll be burning garlic leaves, and it's not the highest smell. I just want you to know that. It's not going to be. We use garlic leaves, and it'll be a few months we'll be doing this. We use our feather, our hawk feather, and then we just clear the whole house. We use also our spirit water too. I'll teach you guys how to make that in another time. Once we get all the ingredients, we'll actually teach you. We'll set up something so we can teach you how to make spirit water. But for right now, we're using our ancestral spirit water to clear everything to raise the vibrational frequencies, and we hit all corners of the house, all kinds of any doorways and passageways of the house. And you have to sit here and wait and to see. It's really fun. You have to kind of feel the energy. Eventually you'll see yellow. You'll see yellow energy and yellow blobs. And you can see different types of frequencies as you're clearing it. It's quite interesting tuning into it. And we'll sit and go, okay, we'll have to open up another passageway through the whole house. So everything is teleportation and passageways. That's the reason why you'll hear us say it a lot. Hopefully this will be able to open up some doors for you guys today. We also highly recommend working with these ingredients before you go to bed. You don't have to put garlic leaves in it, but it will be able to assist you with relaxation, harmonizing your field. It opens your heart center. It will always open your heart, and then you can get creative and add other sacred herbs and different types of resins together. So I usually would do myrrh and copal. I love dragon's blood, and I absolutely love dragon's blood. Love it. Gesentina Fuslanti. Geshanakata. Myrrh, dragon's blood. There's another one. It's there. Oh man. Oh, there's all different types. There's some really cool stuff out there. Oh, no, it's not slippery elm. Anyways, oh, come to me. Sentina Fuslanti. Oh, Arabic gum. I love Arabic gum. The only thing is, you have to do it on a plate. That will go right through your carpet. How about that said? I love Arabic gum. I love all different. Oh my god, I love burning all different types of resins. Arabic gum is awesome, but please make sure you have a solid plate at the bottom, because it will go right through. Yes, you can do dragon's blood, cinnamon, and rose petals. Cinnamon. Oh yes, cinnamon bark. You can burn that too. So get creative. I use rose petals. We do all kinds of stuff, but we dry everything out. We get it organic, and we have to sit there and clear the energies. Sometimes it depends on where we are. When we were traveling, we can't get everything completely organic. We kind of just had to go run in somewhere and to grab what we needed. You can also put essential oils, but you have to let it dry out. You can use essential oils on myrrh too. So I highly recommend just opening up to get creative. Now, the one thing that the higher version of me, between the higher version of me and the Stargate master that came into my life, Merlin and then also Morgan, they teach me how to do everything with photonic light sun alchemy. So everything gets charged in sun and light. That we have been working through passageways, I think, for about 6 years, 7 years. 7 years passageways of putting everything out in the sun. That everything is photonic light. Everything is high alchemy with sun alchemy. Our passageways, rites of passageway, everything with shamanism, rites of passageways, it's all high sun alchemy. Very high alchemy. All different types of really cool symbolic symbols, obviously, that I draw naturally. I draw them naturally, organically through data and download, and we'll bring those in. Anything, all of our art, multidimensional art, everything. I mean, I'm telling you, everything goes out into the sun. Everything. So if I create a resin to burn, it's out in the sun. It has to be out. It has to go through the passageway of the sun. It has to go through the passageways of the trees. And that's actually my inner teachings, I call it. That's the natural, the ancient energies, that it has to go through passageways with trees. It really depends on what we're creating here. And that's high alchemy. So pine trees, oak trees, it has to be there, and it could be there for a whole cycle, and it could be there for a whole 30-day cycle outside. Now, if it's going to sit outside, and it really depends, because I was guided by Merlin, which in a sense is a higher aspect of me, and they would teach me that it has to go with the trees, but most likely if it's only supposed to be with the sun, it comes back in. If it's supposed to go through the portals and the passageways of the cycles, and that's the cycles of Gaia, then it most likely will just stay out there for 30 days as we rotate it. Different springs, lakes, and oceans, high alchemy with oceans, and that was taught by Morgan Le Fay. And she taught me how to open up some really awesome, amazing circles, power circles, out in the oceans when I was living more near the ocean. And yes, different goddesses coming in too. It was just amazing. Most of the time we were just opening up a big gate center to talk to Poseidon. And that's it, to communicate to Poseidon. Gishanakata. And it was just beautiful. And that's more islandy, so that would come from my Hispanic island lineages. So I know where that ancient energy comes from. You want to tune into your lineages and tune into the lineages of your bloodlines, because you would be activating some really cool wisdom keys and ancient keys. Always remember to always tune into your bloodlines, even if you know that you originate from other star systems, which is all interconnected. You want to really tune in and tune into your origins and start opening up your lineages in your lower chakras. That was a good teaching today. Thank you. All right. I'm going to tune in to the chat. All right. We have Aaron and Roxana and Mikey. I have Ghosty. So I'm connecting to all of our beautiful star family and divine ones. We're going to be opening up into a divine space. I'm going to bring in codes. We're going to open up a Stargate with unicorns and dragons. So we'll be doing this for the rest of the week. It'll be unicorns, dragons, all that comes through in this now. And we're also going to be activating today with our golden white owl of divine wisdom and Athena. Hi, Anne. Little bit of teachings. I have all this ancient wisdom, and it's in the collectives. So I might as well just share it with you guys every day. Ugasanti. Ugasanti no shano kusha nakati. Ugasanti no fusha nikata. Ugasanti no shanti nakata. Gusha nakata. We're going to open up our next sacred passageway together as a star family. And these are all going to be star codes and light codes. Solar raw codes are photonic source light and the alchemy of source. Ugasanti nakata. Uishintina fosha naku isinti kuya nakana de vukusanti. Uishintina kusha fosha nakasanti. Nesantino kusha nakusha nakasanti nakonandirakati. We're going to connect to the sacred wisdom of the owl, and that's actually what's transmitting. Gusanti kusha nakushanti. Oshanaki nakara dirfu santinaki nakatan dirvukusanti. Opening up the Stargate passageways, connecting to the star codes that are transmitting for elevated consciousness with the white owl, the spirit of the white owl, and the energy of the energetic passageways, the sacred guide of the white owl. The Santo Foshana. Gasantino Kushantina Kiana, the Vakasantina Kushanti. Gishantina Kushana Kushantina Kana, the Fakasanti. Elevated consciousness. The golden white owl is going to assist you. It's golden liquid light, golden rays of light of the solar raw activation. The golden owl is going to connect, and it's a white owl, it's a snow owl. It's going to connect into our heart center and start activating our brow chakra. It's going to be beaming in liquid aqua ray light into the brow chakra in order for us to purify and to cleanse, to clear and to elevate our consciousness in order to shift paradigms. Gasantina Forsanti. Gasantina Kona. Usantina Kushanta Kasanti Nakasanakata. Santina Forshanakasanti. So we can cleanse and to clear fixed belief systems, old belief systems, to be able to dissolve the realities of the 3D and 4D. Santino Kushanaku Santi. Nesantino Kusantina Shantino Kushanakata. Ushantinaka Shanti. Ushanaka Shanaku Shanakana, the Vokusanti. Gasantina Kianakata. Gasantino Foshanaku Santino Kuna Kananda Vokusantina Kikushanti. Ushanakana the Vokusanakata. Nesantino Foshanakati. Nesantinakati. Shantino Koshanakuna, Kasantina Kushantina Kushanti. Shantina kushana kuna dervana kasanta. Gesantio kushana dervana kuena kana derva kusanti. Santina fushana kasana. Gusantina kushantina kasana katan derva kusanti kushantina kushana kata. Asana kata. Going to be activating the solar raw Merlin codes. Gusantina kushantina kiena dervana kasanti. Asana katan. This is for Ascension self-mastery and alchemist codes of Merlin. Gusantina fushana kushantina kushana kana derva kasanti. Ushantina kushana kushana kuna derva kasanta. Santina ushantina kushantina kushana kati. Onakata. Gasantina kushantina kushana. Gasantina kushantana kati. Gasana derva kasantina kushantina kushana kata. Gusantina kushana kana derva kusanti. Opening up into the heart space and connecting into the heart. The Santina Fushana Kushantina Kiana, the Vano Kusanti, O Santina Kushana Fushanakati, O Santina Fusanakasanti. We're opening up into the divine Stargate of the Wizard Mystery Schools. And the Stargate is opening up into the heart chakra and activating the throat chakra, the brow chakra, and also the crown chakra and the higher chakras. Opening up the Wizard Mystery Schools of the Ascension schools in the higher realms of the Golden Diamond Age. Ngasantina fushana kushantina kushanta. Osantina fuka kushana kanandra fukusanti. Santina fushana kasanti ashanakata. Ngasantina fushana kasantina kati. This is going to assist you with unlocking the ancient keys of divine nation and divine wisdom. Gusantina fushanaku kasanakati. Activating keys and ancient keys and clearing distortions of ancient energies in order for you to unlock your divine wisdom. Gusantina fushanaku shantina kasantina kasanti. Ushanakana drifuku santina kishantu kushanakata. Santina fushanti. Alchemist Ascended Mastery Codes. Gusantina kushanakuna drivanaka santina shafushana drivnukasana. Santina Fushanaka Santi, O Shantina Kushanakata, Asantina Kasanti, activating the Stargate to the Wizard Mystery Schools of the Crystalline Diamond Energy Plasma Matrix. This is the sacred wizard schools within the crystalline kingdoms. Gusantina Fushanti, O Shanakana Drifukusana, activating your wizard ancient keys and your wizard memories and remembrance of your wizard codes and ancient keys, the keys of the wizard. Santina kushana kushanakana derfokusanti asana derfokasantina kishanakata gusantina fushanakati, the high alchemy of the wizard. Your ascended mastery, and we're opening up the gates to the mastery of time. All wizards work by the divine order. The divine order of the universe. Universes and multiverses. And they are alchemists of time. And travelers of time. We're unlocking all of the abilities so you can receive all of your wizard masteries, the library systems, and all of your records to be restored inside of your physical body so you can lift up and to lift all the way up to the divine order councils. We're going to be activating the solar raw unicorn crystalline kingdoms. You're going to connect to your unicorn and to meet your unicorn. The sacred unicorn is for purification and purity, co-creation, inspiration, and purity of love. All wizards are pure. Pure and divine. Pure and divine, and the masteries of time and space, and no spaces in time, because there is no time. Osana kusana de fukusanti. Ushanti no fushantu kushanaka santi kasantekata. Gisanti shantu kushanako no de fukusanti nikianakata de fukushanakata. Gisantina fushanakati. Connecting to your sacred unicorn to come into the heart center to activate you for releasing and purification through purity codes and Christed consciousness energies of white light. We're going to be connecting to the galactic cosmic heart, divine order of light, opening up our universal empire of our Stargate schools and Ascension schools in the higher realms. Nesentino foshanti, Gustinti Kushanakana, the Fokusanakati, Usento Foshana Koshanakana, the Vakosantina Kati, the enchantment kingdoms and golden cities of light of the sacred wizards. Gishinti de Foshinti de Kusanakata, Oshanakati, and the higher ether realms. Usanti de Foshanaka Santi de Foshanaka Santi to repair and to restore all of your knowledge. You're going to be connecting to your unicorns, going to connect into the heart. And the unicorns work very closely with all wizards. Oishinti de Foshinti Kushana Kushinti, Oisanakana de Fukusanti Aku, Shanakana de Fukusanti, Oisana de Fokusanakana de Fokusanti Kushanti Kushanakati. All of you guys are going to receive the Solar Raw Pegasus and the Solar Raw Pegasus codes. Oishinti de Kusana, Ushanti. Yasantino Kushanti Kushanakata, Gisantino Foshanaka Santino Kurakata. Golden rays of liquid light plasma of the solar raw photonic source of alchemy. The photonic light source. The Pegasus is going to open and expand your heart center and to connect into the multidimensional centers. Santino Fushantina Kushanakana de Fukasanti, Ushana Kushanakana de Fukasanakata. Ushantiresha Fushanakana de Fukusantina Kianakatan de Fukusanti. Ushanaka Santina Fushanaka Santi. We're going to open up into the divine space, into the golden age cities and the golden light cities of the wizards, and the sacred councils of the divine orders of white light and the cosmic heart councils of love are going to connect into your heart center. The sacred wizards of the divine order of the universe are going to connect into your heart, and you're going to be gifted your golden white owl. This owl is going to be with you for your whole incarnation to assist you and to guide you. The assistance is bringing in codes of golden liquid light for different laws of order and the laws of the universe and the sacred keys of the universe. Oshanakasanti, Lisanandavukushanti, the golden ray of divine grace and pure love. Gishintu Foshanakasanti Nakasanti, inspiration, co-creation. Gishintu Foshanti, the remembrance of abundance and the remembrance of prosperity. Gishintu Foshanakusanakasanti Nukusanti, that prosperity is in the physical body. Gishintu Kushanti Nukushanti Nukusanti, prosperity flows within the currents of yourselves and your crystals. Prosperity is fully within the physical body, within your heart, your morphogenetic fields. We're opening up this passageways to a new ascension school, and it's the golden crystalline cities of lights of the wizards. The divine orders of the wizards of the universe. And universal time travelers. The universal travelers. You want to welcome your sacred gifts, your Pegasus, your unicorn, and your white owl. Listen to the Foshanaka Santina Foshanti, Oshanakata, Gusantina Foshanaka Santi. The white owl is going to bring in all the keys and the sacred laws within the golden liquid light rays, and will be activating you for your whole lifetime and through all time and space, and no spaces and time. Santino for Santino Kursanti, and that there is no time. Santino for Santina Kusho for Santi, that everything is just one. Santina for Santina Kusantina Kitino for Sanakatina Kusanti, one of the one and the sun. Santina for Santina Kusanti, the Santino for Shanakuna Kata, the Santi, Ushantina Kata. Opening up into these divine gates, we're going to connect to the divine order of white light and the divine order of cosmic love. Listen to Nafushanakata. Opening up these activations. Listen to Nafushantina Hushanakuna, the Vanakasanti. Listen to Nafushanakata. Ushana Ushana, the Vanakasanti, Nakusantikati. Listen to Gishanakata. Good morning to everyone. It's beautiful. It's snowing here. We have a huge snowstorm. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm going to open up a sacred activation passageway, a teleportation with the Starman deck, David Bowie deck. Listen to Nafushanti, and it's Starman Tarot. Gasanti. Gasanti Nafushanakata. Ushanti Nafushanti Nakiu Kishana Kushanakana Derfukusanti. Gasana Dervanakata. I'm going to just pull a few cards. I activate with this deck. I don't do tarot readings, okay? So I activate. Yes. And David Bowie knows that I use it just for activations through quantum light. Quantum expression. So he knows that's all I do with it. And he knows it. I build all kinds of beautiful activation portals and high alchemy portals with this deck. And creations and codes. Gasantina Fushantina Kasana. Ushanti. Gasantina Fushanakata. I'm going to pull a few cards for all of us. And we want to create and to receive abundance. Abundance and prosperity and pure love consciousness through our hearts. We want to visualize abundance flowing and receiving within our hearts of pure love. This is going to be for the collectives, and I'll activate you with these amazing, beautiful high alchemy cards. They're just beautiful. It's so interconnected to my soul. Vishinto Foshanti Krishnakati, and you can create actually the biggest alchemy grids, the highest alchemy grids in art. We'll blow them up and create art with them too. They're just beautiful. More for personal art. Vishinto Foshanti, art around the house. You can blow them up, and then you can put codes and alchemy, your own alchemy on them. It's actually really beautiful. Vishinto Foshanaku Shanti. Gasanti na Foshanti. Vishinto Kushanti na Kuno Dirivana Kusanakata. Gasanti. That's funny. Okay, so I'm going to work with a few cards, and it's 4 cards, so that's awesome. The world. Gasanti na Foshanakasanti. Gasanti na Foshanti na Kianakata. Gasanti. The world is transformation when I tune into it. Vishinto Foshanaku Kashanta. This is the first card, it's the world. Co-creation, transformation, and inspiration. And that's what I feel off of it. And you can see that this is definitely deprogramming too as well. Moving, it's to me it's like shifting attachments and cords is what I see for the collective consciousness in this one. There's a lot is going to be shifting and changing, lots of transformation in the collectives. King of Cups. The King of Cups. Yeah, you can see the elixir. The elixir of the chalice. Elevated consciousness. This one's beautiful. The King of Cups. This represents to me the alchemist. The King of Cups is beautiful. A beautiful, empathic aspect of a divine masculine frequency. As you can see, using the crown, the higher mind, the higher chakras, higher wisdom. This will be for the collective consciousness, compassion, deep compassion, higher realm shifting. The frequencies of the planet are getting higher and higher, so everyone will be activating Kundalini frequencies. All of their higher harmonic chakras are going to come open because Gaia is raising in vibrational frequency. So the human species, in a sense, has no choice but to catch up in consciousness. They are going to have to elevate their consciousness, which is beautiful. There's going to be lots of collapsing and multiple collapsings of all different types of reality grids, collective reality grids of the fourth dimension, which holds judgment and separation. So there will be a lot, again, happening next year. You'll be able to see it, but really, to be honest with you, it's going to be the power of the voice of the human species too. When all of those higher harmonics start to activate and come open, it's going to become even stronger and stronger because everything's opening from the root to the throat, into the pineal gland, brow chakras, everything in the higher harmonics. When they elevate in consciousness, that means there's going to be a lot of Armageddon software releasing. And that's actually what I see, is that they'll be owning their voice. And it doesn't matter how they own their voice. Either in the collectives. There'll be a lot of shifting. And this is the collectives saying, the King of Cups is coming in, which is, the King of Cups is a high alchemist, divine masculine, heart very open, compassion, truly purely empathic, pure empathic. You would have to resonate to upgrade to that, if that makes sense. So it's saying to use the higher universal chakras is what I'm seeing for the collectives. Yes, pure empathic has pure compassion. Pure compassion has no, let's say, no distortions in the physical body, no intent that is abusive or conflict or violent, or has no narcissism inside of them. That is just pure heart open, pure empathic, okay, pure radiance of compassion, and that's an empath. That's a true empath. So we'll go into that in our school a little bit later. The Six of Wands. This one has a lot going on. I see lots of achievements. Lots of achievements in divine power. Lots of solar plexus energies. This one's beautiful. You can just see this opens the heart. It's lots of achievements in the collective consciousness. I'm going to say achievements, but lots of mastery. So I see more mastery. So six wands of mastery. All of everyone that is on the pathways through the initiations right now have a lot to master. We master 3D, 4D, and 5D, 6D, 7D, 8D, 9D. It's all mastery. So there's lots of mastery. Lots and lots of mastery very fast and wrapping everything up super fast. This one is beautiful. It's a Princess of Pentacles. And there's a birthing here, so rebirth cycle in the collective consciousness for everyone. And she's beautiful, has a beautiful clown face, and just radiant, very connected to alchemy as an alchemist, and is birthing realities, rebirthing, and the new birthing systems, where we are going through a rebirth in the collectives. We're about to hit the 1111 gate systems, the 1212 gates. So you can just see it, it's just beautiful. You senti Foshanti. And you can just see that there's nothing hidden. It's HD vivid. So everything is vivid HD, and extremely vivid in the consciousness. You can't, there's no hiding between the veils. There's no hiding within inside of you. You can't hide what's inside of you. You have to see everything. And that's vivid, which is good. That's going to be really good for the consciousness expansion of humanity. It needs to be done so we can continue to be able to see everything in a 360 degrees of software's reflection, to really look vividly inside, dissolving veils and locks and illusions really fast at a rapid speed. It has to be done. This frequency has to come in. These templates, this vivid seeing, to be able to see vividly, and from a place of purity, not from a place of a lower discord, and not from a place of a frequency of control mechanisms or hatred or anger. Nothing from a fourth dimension. Purely being able to see what is inside of you, and knowing that it's just collective softwares we're releasing. To be able to see all the veils. The veils were dissolving and not being able to hide within inside of ourselves, which is beautiful. In its beautiful expression, there's a lot of unconscious awakening that everyone will go through, that you will be in unconscious awakening for many years, because you're releasing all of the Armageddon softwares, the anger and hatred and envy and jealousy and greed within inside of you. And that's all a part of it. You will have to look at everything inside of you, and to be able to expand, you have to see all the hatred and all of that distorted consciousness that was programmed into you by the control mechanisms and protection matrices, different types of programming that you allow in, which is the old Earth systems. So vivid HD for everyone is good. Now, if you're not able to see it yet, it's most likely you're just still removing your veil of what we call ignorance. And that's okay, because we're all there. We all were there. I was there for a very long time, you know. Now, holding on to human events and holding on. Judgment, whatever you see in judgment, and in that judgment and that vivid seeing, and be able to see vividly. So when you see vividly within inside of you, not external pointing fingers out there, okay? Now you can move it out, but in a place of purity. Now we do shift all of these energies out, and you have to play it all out. So you're going to have to play it out of the throat chakra, all of those matrices, and we speak it out. But we don't allow ourselves in other people's energy fields for a very long time. And that's the ascension process towards the end, I call it, towards the end of the fourth dimension completely. The completion, the mastery of the 4D. We don't allow ourselves around anyone for years, okay? For a reason, because we have to get everything out. Everything has to come out. Most likely we're just connecting to all of our multidimensional higher selves. And it really is, and we're talking about soul contracts in the fourth dimension, not the ones we're responsible for, that we have accountability and responsible for, and that would be children. Okay? Not too much partners. Now, if they're in your reality grid, if this will assist you towards that end, you pull away when you're completing a mastery. And a lot of us will. You will have to, because you'll realize that you are You have to take full responsibility of everything in your reality and accountability in your reality if you have a partner. So a relationship, okay? And you'll just see boomerangs for a very long time. Boomerangs, and they'll get closer and closer together because those are the contractions, because your higher self is saying that this ascension is for you. The ascension is between me and you, your universal soul and you. That's it. You know, we have responsibilities and accountabilities for companions or other responsibilities. I call them companions. Um, and that would be our sacred animals and also children. Full responsibility, you know, for everything that you're doing career. We, towards the mastery templates and the completion of the fourth dimension, we pull away for a few years. We're okay with that. Because you have to cleanse and to clear all of these timelines, all of these vibrational timelines, to energetically resolve everything inside of you. So we honestly, most likely, will not create timelines with other soul contracts, soul agreements for some. Those ones go really fast, actually. Soul agreements is the fifth dimension. They speed really fast, so at a light speed for a few months. Soul contracts is karmic, and it is. They're karmic. It's very easy to recognize. Depletion of energy, pushing and pulling, boomerangs, and collapses. Collapses after collapses, where you can just see all the collapses. Now, the collapses hold purpose for you to be able to call back all of your power. Depletion of energy. You'll start to feel more drained every time, or you'll be fighting, in a sense, and that's all the Armageddon suffers. And those relationships that you choose to stay in, anything that's conflict, arguing, and abusive, those are all karmic contracts. They're not healthy contracts either. So they're not high vibrational contracts at all. So you most likely will have to pull away, because you'll have some boomerangs and collapses, but it holds a purpose for you to love yourself and to purely love yourself. Purely love yourself. You'll learn sacredness for your inner temple, sacredness for your inner temple, sacredness of within inside of you, sacred love, sacred honor, sacred respect, sacred integrity. To love yourself in integrity, you will learn some amazing things until you say no more. Okay? And that's all mastery in the fourth dimension. So it's very simple. Now, whatever you see with inside of you, and that's why once we get to the mastery templates, the 9 templates, and these are all the 12th dimensional crystalline DNA strands. Once we get into the master templates, that's it. Most likely you'll see yourself, you'll be okay with walking away from everything, because you see your blueprints and structures. You will see the sole purpose and the understanding of why you came in here. Why did you come in here? It's not for you, because you removed your veils of self-service. It's very simple. You'll see it eventually, that you'll remove your veils of self-service. Once you remove those self-service veils, which is the me's and the I's, then you'll realize the importance of why you came in here. Their sole purpose. You will expand and you will realize that the ascension is inward, and the development of those masteries and templates and the codes and the light body and the physical body and caring for the physical body, that's where everything will shift, because you shift in consciousness, and then you recognize where you give your power away. And that's important for a lot of you guys, and that's all mastering the fourth dimension. So everything goes completely. Eventually you shift in consciousness and you expand. You can see the soul contracts and you go, oh yeah, okay, I can let go of this. The reason why is because you love yourself. Okay, that's number one. The next thing is the higher divine aspect of you. It's really simple, that those soul contracts were never supposed to be forever. Ever. And they weren't. So you'll realize this too eventually. Yes. And it's really crazy, because eventually you shift in consciousness, because this happened to me. You shift in consciousness and you just see it. And you just know. going, it's okay. These weren't supposed to be. Once you see your blueprints and your contracts, and you're able to see everything that you know, that these contracts hold no identities and aspects anymore. You know, what you do is you remove the veils of the human selves. You can see energy and vibration and frequency, and you would know our contracts are completed once you unify with inside of you, and you unify, and then that's it. Soul contracts that are unconscious and karmic are not supposed to go into the new earth systems. You can rewrite all you want for a while, but if you can still feel those frequencies and those vibrations, and you keep having to keep experiencing, most likely when you fully anchor in the divine power, divine love, and the divine wisdom, everything goes that is unconscious and it holds ego, those frequencies of ego. And ego is all that victimization energies, the protection, the control mechanisms too. So everything just shifts out eventually. And it's really beautiful because that's where you can expand into the universal core. You can connect to your universe. You will get all the wisdom back in a sense. You are a multidimensional experience. We multidimensionally vibrate through dimensions. And we do. All different schools, Ascension schools, crystalline kingdoms, Gaia kingdoms. It's blissful, it's magical. It's expanded. It's divine. It's beautiful and divine. You can rewrite later on, but rewriting is a few years. And it is. It really is, unless you're vibrating really fast. It really depends on how long you're rewriting. So I always say, at least tuning in, and 2 years goes really fast. It's a few years, especially if if those held a lot of old energies, unresolved energies. Okay, and that's the important. If you hold all this unresolved energies, all the separation and judgment still within your body, you want to honor and have honor for old soul contracts, and to honor the other transmission, the soul contract. You want to honor all in a 360 degree and let go. You eventually want to let go because you want them, people, places, things, it doesn't matter, whatever it is, to energetically resolve and to clear their timelines too. And that's respect. That's deep respect and divine respect. It's really beautiful. Okay, so releasing, there's a lot releasing in the collective. Survival and scarcity. Survival. That's another thing. If you're only in relationships for survival, okay, those are boomerangs. You're going to have the biggest boomerangs you've ever seen, and continuously boomerangs, because you have to learn integrity and sacred honor, sacredness, to honor another soul. And it's very, very important to look at. And then you have to start asking your questions. Why do you believe in this? Because the biggest, and you'll see this, the biggest test you'll realize at the end is that you designed it for you to trust the divine universal soul, for you to trust your higher aspect. And it really is for you to trust. If you're going to stay in relationships for 5 years, 2 years, 6 months, 9 months, okay, 10 years, 20 years, all because of scarcity and survival, you will have many, many, many masteries with your higher self. Until the higher self, usually the higher self will just, the higher self usually will just collapse everything and keep collapsing, collapsing, collapsing until the contract is completed. And it's a beautiful contract because it's teaching you a lot of masteries. So there's a lot to learn, but you'll realize the blueprint at the end of the game, and the game in the fourth dimension. That game, you'll realize the blueprint once you end the game, and it's a game. It's a game and a tango. Once you in that game completely, that's where you'll know you will start the next masteries with your divine higher aspect. And we just say, I was just waiting to see if you ever were going to trust me. Eventually you'll hear that. It's like, you're going to have to be patient and wait. Now we're going to learn patience, right? All right, so it's a learning experience for a very long time. You either do it consciously or unconsciously. So obviously we are conscious, right? Gatekeepers, grid keepers, way shores. The ones that transferred over through the gates to the new earth, you would know we're obviously conscious doing it. You'll realize you are unconscious doing it once you become conscious. And you become fully conscious. Fully conscious is being able to see vividly HD inside of your body. Okay? Once you're able to see and you really see, oh my God, all the ridiculous of what the ego told me, you'll be laughing at your own ego because you'll realize that that's all the ego systems trying to control everything, right? So it's very interesting, super, super interesting to be able to kind of like to tune into tone, to realize that you'll realize for 20 years or 30 years that that's exactly what you've been doing the whole time, is you've been going through masteries, and masteries of trust and sacredness and pure love, masteries of divine respect and divine honor, wisdom, knowledge, all kinds of really beautiful stuff, co-creation, inspiration, creator self, instant manifestation, materializing at a rapid speed. You actually start to become conscious of what's going on, and you can see that everything holds a sacred purpose, and it really does. All your contracts hold purpose for you to expand. If you hold resistance in the body, and that hardcore resistance, like I did for a very long time, and it was just resistance of fear. Eventually you'll just realize it's a fear virus and you can override it. Once you're able to see from a higher view, and to be able to see that you can see multidimensionally, once you start doing that, you are vibrating in the new earth and the 5D. You do have to go back into void spaces, and everyone will have to. So it's really a beautiful, beautiful expansion. I hope this is able to assist everyone, but I see a lot of this with inside of me. So if I see everything coming up inside, which is the root chakra, the survival systems, if I'm seeing it coming up in my physical body, and I'm seeing it when I'm dreaming, I'm seeing it when I wake up, and I'm seeing it within me, in my reality is here. It's not ever out there. I don't have any soul agreements, and all my soul contracts are gone, and continuously are completely gone. They're wrapped up and paid in full, completely. That's just because I know I've released codependency, I've released attachments and cords, and I know that those were blueprints for masteries and structures. Certain profound templates that needed to be set in order for me to be able to walk through the gates and to be a gate holder and a gatekeeper, an anchor and template holder. So it all holds purpose. So when I'm speaking of what is actually here in the collective grids when you activate the plasma system. Okay? Yesanti na poshanti. Gushanta nakana. Lisanti. Ushanakata. Gisanti. Ushaposhanakati. Oh yeah, I have to share. I have a beautiful woman. And this is all connected to our solar raw photonic light that comes in. I had a beautiful student that came to me, and her name is Daisy, Miss Daisy, and she has created through alchemy the most beautiful, I'm going to call remedies, the most beautiful essence of angelic rays and cosmic rays through creation of tinctures. And this is all connected to the inner stargates and the universal stargates. They're absolutely beautiful. Gesanti. Gesanti no foshana. Gesanti. So what I do every day, I'm working with the 11th Stargate and the 13th Stargate and the 7th Stargate. So I put them on, I spray them on. Now these are sprays, but she has tinctures where it's tinctures with water and you put it in your mouth, it's edible. And she created these after she was in our mastery schools. She created the most beautiful creations for stargates, for the internal stargates, the galactic 12 stargates within our body. And it's just beautiful, so I'll have to put it on. So she created just magical. I'll have it up on my shop very soon, but it's all divine timing, and I keep saying it, but I realize it's divine alchemy timing. So her name is Daisy. If anyone is interested in actually trying these, so I work with these to open up my gates. Now these are the higher gates, the 11th gate, the 13th gate, and the 7th gate. This is Lyra. So this is all connected to the Aurora frequencies, and I feel a lot of the Aurora Earth. So I use these to connect to my Lyra and higher self before coming on. And I use them all day long to open up my heart, my higher heart chakra, the throat chakra, everything. It's just magical what she created. That she came in, she came in into the space to work on her sacral, which is the co-creation, the sacral, the womb of the goddess, the mother womb, the portals of creation. And we did work together for I think about 6 months, and we were clearing. By the 5th month, she opened up the biggest creation portal I've ever seen. Massive wound clearing and wound clearing. It was really beautiful that we were able to co-create together, and we co-create together. Anyone who comes to work with me, we're co-creating, and she is doing the most profound work. She came up with all of these remedies with her divine partner, beautiful tinctures and remedies that are connected to the stargates and galactic stargates within our physical body. She's on every day doing her service work with other starseeds. That creation opening up, obviously, it was everything opening. That was the gate center that needed to come open. And it was magical. Magical to watch, and it's magical to see all of our students every single day she is on. It is just beautiful. Doing circles, she's the purest white light that you'll ever tune into. So if anyone, yes, Morgan's on too. I think Morgan came to work with us, is not really a student, but he's a divine brother that came, and he's doing all this most beautiful creation energies too. We were tuning into what Morgan was doing today too. Morgan's like soul family came in for a few sessions a few years ago, and just has expanded into just like a beautiful flower is what they call you in the higher realms, Morgan. I'm sure you're laughing. Some of the flowers like a lotus opening up. And just beautiful expansions. So if anyone is interested in daisies, our beautiful angelic daisies, remedies, or tinctures, you can email us. Please email us on our chat at starseedevolutionunited.net. I will give you all her information, and then you can look. She'll give you everything. She's just very structured, beautifully expanded and structured. I highly recommend it. I use it all day long. I use it everything in our high alchemy grids, our crystal grids, our crystalline grids. I use it everywhere. I have at least 3 or 4 bottles in my purse. So I'm always taking the tinctures, and they're different. They're just beautiful essences of flowers, tinctures of flowers and herbs. It's just beautiful, relaxes your body, and each one of them tunes and tones to your meridian system, your energetic system, your chi, your qua, your meridian system, and all of your galactic stargates, all of your multidimensional centers, each one of your vortexes in the meridian system. So it's very connected. It's beautifully aligned to planetary alchemy and Chinese medicine. It's really beautiful. It's all different forms of alchemy from the ether realms that was gifted to her, which is her gifting. Yeah, it's her gifting herself. I don't know how to explain it. That it's her gifts, like it's her high alchemy within inside of her body. It's her radiance, it's her wisdom, it's her codes, it's her key codes inside of her body that she unlocked. And she has all different types. So she has essential oils, she has sprays, and these are more sprays, and then she has tinctures. And she creates it, she pairs them with crystals and indaras too. So it's really beautiful. um yeah, they get a 7, I think a 7 or 8 or 12 set of Vendaris. So if you guys are interested, anybody's interested, you can email me. Okay, I'll give you her information. I wanted to bring that into the space today too. All right, we're going to open up our unicorn portal. And this will be the completion, the Solar Raw Unicorn codes. Welcome to our divine creation. I believe that we finally, I think we finally settled in on what the creation is. I don't know yet. We'll see. Welcome to our New Earth Ascension Self-Mastery School. Welcome to the Golden Diamond Age Ascension Self-Mastery School. Welcome to our Wizard Schools, Gaia Schools, Ether Schools, God Schools, Galaxy Schools. Welcome to our Starseed Evolution United Ascension Schools. So I was like, there's a lot of school systems here. Okay, and we're going to open up a unicorn portal with Diana Cooper's awesome Oracle deck. I will have her information this whole week that you can explore her website. It's beautiful. You can always explore our website too as well. Creative solutions. Think outside the box, and that's what we're all asked to do with unicorns. View things from a higher perspective. You see the diamond heart? Isn't it beautiful? This is 1515. We have a number 13, which is magical, so we'll activate the frequency of the number 13. Creative solutions, think outside of the box, view things from a higher perspective. Oh yeah, so we can do that too. So that's our first unicorn portal. How can we shift out of our limited belief systems and move out of our boxes? Yeah, recollaboration. Everyone's in a recollaboration right now. Recollaboration is going to be working through many vortexes. Many vortexes, releasing and purifying aspects and identities of self. All your aspects, your identities, behavioral patterns. Yes, behavioral patterns from 20 years ago or from this whole incarnation. I'm going to say 20 years of behavioral patterns. I will say 20 years. I'm 36. I'll be 37 in a few months. And that's actually behavioral patterns. Emotional behavioral patterns. Self-mastery. Okay, cosmic pool. Expand your psychic gifts. We're going to be opening up a beautiful Solar Raw Unicorn activation with the Cosmic Pearl. Expand your psychic gifts and open up gates to the angelic realms. Cosmic Pearl, Liquid Light Pearl is going to be the higher chakras. Higher chakra 8 and 9. Listen to the Foshanti. Akashanakata. Gasanti. And this one's beautiful. Connecting to our unicorn magic. If anyone has any inspirations of co-creations for any of our lives, anything that you want us to bring into this divine space, we would love for you to chat with us on our website. Gasantino Poshanti. Now that we are finally in our sacred universal empire home, we're here in our home. Thank God. We're finally here after quantum jumping. We're going to have a lot more time for all of our Facebook groups and also our channel. The Santina for Santina Key. Shower of blessings. Open yourself to receive and pay it forward. This is beautiful. It's a beautiful white rose. This one's staying out today for the collectives. This is going to go on the collective consciousness grid. We have an angelic crystalline grid that we built for all of our creations, in a sense. All of our YouTube, our Facebook groups, our website, our sacred temple, our energetic container, our sacred cosmic energetic container, and then our Stargate schools. It's an angelic grid. So we have it every day. We light candles. And we connect to it, open up the heart grids, abundance grids, prosperity grids, all kinds of really cool stuff. High alchemy. This one's going on there today. Shower of blessings. Number is 24. Open yourself to receive and pay it forward. And this is beautiful. And you can see the little bees running around. And this is just magical. You can tell that we live in some blissful, magical world. So you know how you're just so high, you're so high on light. You ever been so high on light you're just sitting there staring at cards? It's crazy. That's the crystalline plasma that activates in the third eye for the rest of your life. It actually activates, by the way, DMT, crystalline DMT plasma. When all of this starts to activate, the blissful states of consciousness, that Amoni consciousness, the 0 point, the crystalline plasma, they call it DMT, but I call it crystalline plasma. Its frequencies, when all the networks start producing way more crystalline DMT plasma, it's actually throughout your whole body. So it starts to transmit throughout the whole body, tuning and toning to your crystals. So you just be sitting there, expanded, staring at something for 20 hours. And you can see multidimensionally how it's just opening up your heart. It's you're high on light. Yeah. That's why when you're in this state of consciousness, it's good being with you for a very long time. It's good just being by yourself. Just trust me, you know. Or some of your family members. It seems like you want to keep it at this state of consciousness, right? 24/7. So eventually everyone in the house will tune and tone to this vibration if you can activate your fairy magic. Fairy magic is euphoria, and you can burn different incense. I'll teach you guys how to do euphoria incense. We call it fairy magic. Euphoria incense. They're all it's euphoria fairy magic incense. And you can use the euphoria of the energy of the Fae in order to tune into else, to shift the whole energy to blissful states of consciousness where they're just flowing and levitating through no time and space. No time and space, that there's no time. And then it's like 2 weeks later. Is that? You can do that too. I'll teach you guys how to do that. It might be next week. I'm going to write it down. Anyone who wants to learn, if you want to learn about fairy, fae, euphoria, incense, and you burn them, you have to just charge up the crystalline energy matrix within inside of you. And it is the euphoria states of consciousness where you can have them vibrating, in a very high state of love and pure love, and just that euphoria state of consciousness. And you can tune into the energy, we call it the euphoric states of the phase. Is that? You can tell that's my fae, right? That's my ascended master coming in. And you can transform the whole room, the energies of the whole house. Everyone will be floating in light because you float in light. Now this light, it looks like a pink light, a pink ultraviolet magenta. Those of you that are connected to the Fae realms and that are fairy higher aspects, if you're fairy higher aspects, that we float in violet, ultraviolet rays. It's actually really beautiful. It looks a little magenta and a little bit pink. And we float. Yes, is it? It's like it's floating. It's really beautiful and magic. It's Ascended Masters taught me that one. Open your heart and love yourself. Dare to be vulnerable. Yes, see, we have to use pure intent. I will teach you about the pure intent. Open up your heart, and this is also unicorn magic. It's beautiful. I use lots of cinnamon. Cinnamon in my incense burners for the euphoria consciousness. Okay, so these are all activations, and I have to bring them in because they all came in. And teach you how to shift the energy in the room. You can use rooms and environments, or if you're working, if you're still going in linear or non-linear. We'll do Work Your Light, and that's by Rebecca Campbell. And it's Work Your Light. It's very expanded in New Earth holograms of New Earth colors. The pastels. I have a lot of products because this is like the New Earth frequencies, the pastel frequencies, the holograms, the holographic reality of what we see out there is when I look at the snow, I see green actually, which is beautiful. I see more of the Aurora pastels. So when I go look at the snow right now, I see green energy. I see lots of frequencies like this, green and purple. So I know I'm tuning and toning to the Aurora light. It looks like the Aurora lights, the Aurora pastel frequency. So I'm looking outside and I see green, pastel green, and purple, crystal purple and blue. And that is really just inside of my body. It's really, when you expand into the universal system, I would know that what I'm seeing out there is the crystals that are projecting through a vibrational frequency, in a sense, projecting through the holograms. And the crystals are projecting and creating and materializing out there. So those are the tunes and the tones of the crystals in my body. So if you guys tune in and look at all the crystals you have around you and in your house, those crystals are your crystal star particles in your physical body and your crystal grid that are coming to you, materializing into the physical. You'll catch on to that. The Andaras too as well. The Andaras are in an actual Andara galaxy grid, and then you become the Andara too. So out there, whatever you see emanating. So if I go outside, I see rainbow spectrums. That means that the transmission from the crystals in my body, the transmission from the hologram crystals in my body is rainbow. And right, it's probably unicorn. Yeah. It's actually really simple. It's inside of you. Just say yes. This one's really beautiful. I got yes and no today when I did my universal cards. I have to do the activations and then we'll be completed. And we're going to be activating dragon energies. So we're going to activate dragon codes and dragon energy codes. Oh yeah, Lemuria. We'll do this tomorrow. Creating heaven on earth, and it's happening. And this is what the new earth looks like. It's really beautiful. Those of you, we're going to create a solar raw dragon, solar raw dragon crystalline grid if you guys want to create this with us. We're going to create this grid for Maggie Diaz, and it's a light grid. So if you guys want to, I have a bunch of white candles set up around the house for her, out in our large grids. If you would like to connect, Maggie Diaz is going to need our assistance with our crystalline white light, all of our higher aspects, to be able to create a healing grid. But let's just say a transformational grid. And you can build like a small little grid for her. Her name is Maggie Diaz, and she has stage 4 cancer. And I do believe in the power of co creation. And I would like for you to visualize her fully healed. Those of you that want to keep working with this, you can create beautiful grids for her. I have an awesome grid here for her with trolls and a troll and owls and different types of more Celtic and Nordic frequencies that is dedicated to her, a little bit of Egyptian. So that's her beautiful grid, but I have lots of different grids set up around the house that are transmitting healing and co-creations of inspiration, of hope and faith for her, abundance. So I realized, let's work with abundance for the first week, and let's do a creation grid if you guys all want to connect together as a family of light. That will have to make an abundance grid. I realize that she has to feel the frequencies of abundance inside of her body, abundance of love, and then also childlike memories. So you can place, like I have trolls and different things that are going to amplify the childlike attributes in order for her to be able to create I call it the force of creation, life force, to come fully back online within her body. All right? Yes, Nakati. Yes, the sapphire stone of the one. That's probably going to be, if it's the sapphire stone with the owl, that's going to be connected to the goddess Sekhmet ceremonies we're going to be doing. The 7 days of the keys of light of goddess Sekhmet, and it's the sapphire stone of the one. It's oneness. So everyone, her name is Maggie Diaz. If you want to assist our soul sister with rehabilitating the life force, just visualize her completely, fully healed, awake and beautiful and radiant. Kind of shifting her consciousness back into her body is something else. So abundance, sending white light, and we'll be working with the divine order of white light and cosmic heart, galactic councils of love, Lyran councils, to assist with all of the contracts and the soul agreements, all of her close loved ones, to send beautiful energies and love energies to their hearts. Okay, so it's a beautiful grid. We want to just send love and light throughout the heart centers, just sending them that radiant energies of the divine order. So we want to visualize that too. Those of you that we all know how to do it, and you can connect. You can build a crystal grid. I always have a candle. If you don't want to use candles, it's fine. Listen to you don't have to. You can tune into other things to set up. Not everyone wants to burn candles. You can use candles that don't have flames. Star Mother, how you can mother yourself. Asanti. This is the Star of Mother. This will be for Maggie today. How can you mother yourself? So we're going to call in the Star of Mother, and it's beautiful Mary, Mother Mary. Gesentino Fushanti. So I'm going to put this on her grid. Thank you guys for all being here. Tomorrow we'll be doing activations for her as a family of light. I'll be bringing that into the space, and there'll be some more high alchemy. We're going to be working with the solar raw unicorns, dragons, and the Finks. So I see the Finks coming in. Whatever comes in and comes through, that we'll be bringing into the space tomorrow. Gisantina. I'll tune in to any of my ancient memories of high alchemy temple training, is what I call it. I hope you guys had fun activating the wizard school. Always give us feedback too. We'll be working with more wizard codes, and we're working in these realms until Sunday. Sunday will most likely will be shifting for whatever comes through the following week. To listen to Kusanti. You can always go to our website, Starseed Evolution United.net. You can always chat with us if you have questions. I do have private energy sessions that I am doing. It's not really limited space, but it is in the sense that I will be doing sessions about 2 weeks out of the month. So if you guys want to, you can fill up. Most likely all of my schools are filling up again, which is good. So you can always, everything's there. You can go in and you can schedule your session in order for you to shift your consciousness. It's transformational coaching and light body activating. It's deprogramming. So I'm a universal programmer, deprogramming, and then also programming and installing for higher states of consciousness, elevated consciousness through frequency and key codes. Also, we do have 20 spots open for the Divine Goddess Renewal package. And also we do have 3 spots open for our Anubis Divine Masculine God Self healing package. It's not really a healer's package. It's a God Self package, and that's to be able to clear distortions for the Divine Masculine. And you'll be working through passageways with Anubis. And it's 13 Stargates through the sacred passageways of development of God consciousness, source consciousness, and then activating your God DNA. I'm going to say it's whatever comes through for all the unique energetic signatures too. We have all different types of stuff in our school that you can look into, and I have 2 spots open, and I have 2 spots open still, and then probably about 2 to 3 spots for November that are still open for our Vushia mystery schools, and that is to become a divine practitioner. 7 weeks of training. It's 7 classes of private lessons training to become a diamond light language of light healer, and it is hands-on. It is to create an international worldwide virtual business or an actual healing center. Also, anything that resonates that you can set it up in your house, however it is you want to do your divine work, that we're here to assist you in creating it. That it is for hands-on healing. It's high alchemy intuitive training. So it's high alchemy training, intuitive awakening training, Akashic record training, and then also language of light training for hands-on. It's really beautiful because it's opening up passageways to your ancient memories. We teach you how to connect and to be guided by your higher self. So it's really beautiful expansion. And I think we'll have this class up for a year. But I have a few spots left. I've done some promotion work, and we're looking for a few more students. And I really do want to find students that are going to be soul dedicated to opening up their heart, to shifting paradigms and the heart portal, releasing cords and attachments. And it's not really too much expectations, but actually to create a beautiful sacred temple space for people to come to for hands-on, intuitive, light body activating, whatever it is that you create. We're just activating and kind of piecing everything together. virtual international business worldwide, and teaching you how to open up those channels and those portals to actually get started. The ones that are ready to serve right now is who we're calling forth. So it's all divine, it's all with the divine order. But the ones that are ready to serve right now, we're shifting in consciousness and elevating in consciousness, that we want to assist the ones to come fully online for quantum healing, quantum surgery, new ways of quantum energetics, cosmic shamanism, intuitive healing, personal energy healing, universal programmer, deprogrammer, assisting people with cleansing and clearing their akashics with their higher selves, activating their light bulb, activating their DNA strands. We are really calling forth the ones that are ready to be in service right now, and to develop within the 6 weeks. You can come into the space if you want to collaborate. So I have beautiful Anne is going to take medical, so all of her history of medical, okay, in a sense, her knowledge that she learned in her masteries in the earth systems, so medical, and then of light and intuitive healing, and she's going to put it together and create something really beautiful. So if you see this too, and it could be holistic healing or multidimensional art or whatever it is that your vision is, we could create together to bring that vision into creation. We clear through the heart portals, and we have to work through the passageways of clearing through childhood trauma and clearing through your teenage years. For the first few classes is solely dedicated for your self development, of purging and clearing, into releasing and letting go. So it is development for you to shift in consciousness, to be able to quantumly shift, to elevate your consciousness through releasing the density through the heart portal, expanding the heart, and to releasing and clearing in the lower multidimensional vortexes and density from the body. So that one, we have a few spots open for November. If you guys want to start in December and January and February, you guys can come into the space. Everything we have does have payment plan options, except for my personal sessions that are just 1 hour sessions, or 1 hour and a half sessions. The personal sessions, there's no payment plans for those. And I always tell people that PayPal actually has a four payment install plan that's already there. And that's between you and PayPal. That you can come in. So we've designed everything to accommodate everybody. In January, we're starting our huge school. That's our massive school, and that's going to be the New Earth Self Mastery School. Everything is going into one container, one divine energetic container, and that's it. Everything's going into one. We're launching it in January, so we have a lot of prepping. We have our beautiful sister Artie, that I know is coming in to assist us, but is going through upgrades right now. So everything will be coming into in a container. One big mastery school container. So I'm excited. So it seems like everything is going to be shifting, and we'll have to shift for that container to be crystal clear. And everything is the Utopia New Earth Systems communities, and it is 5th dimensional, so it's 5D, and it's very simple. As my Lyran High Councils come in, and all of the councils of the higher realms, all of the multidimensional higher selves, that the community is crystal clear. Okay, it's a crystal clear community in the New Earth and the 5th dimension, that we hold a space of purity, and we all support each other in a divine support. Okay, so it's very simple, that there's no ego systems allowed. All right, no egos, no judgment, and no victim energies into these spaces. And we do have to keep it crystal clear that this is unity consciousness, and for us to come together as a divine family of light. Okay, so it really is, all of the councils that I work with says that this PowerPoint we might need to put there for a while, so people know that this is the fifth dimensional community and beyond. That this is way beyond the veils of separation and duality. That we hold a space of love and purity, and we welcome everyone into our space. We do. And we don't care about your belief systems. Wherever you're at, we don't. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter your belief systems as long as you come in with a harmonious, open heart. And like we said, with the egos, the fixed belief systems, all of that, if you could just keep it, just keep it in your own void space of energetically resolving. As we shift, if you want to expand your consciousness, everyone will always come into the communities. But there was a big closing of the fourth dimension that just happened recently, and it just happened recently a few days ago. And it was a few days ago where the highest version of me said, this door is closed. The 4D is closed completely. Okay? This is a place of purity consciousness. This is a place of elevating consciousness. This is a place of where we're going to be magical and have fun and connect to each other. And all of us to create a beautiful space, and we're able to support each other with dissolving. So that always comes into an importance into any higher realm communities. The higher realm communities. If you feel like you have to energetically resolve and you have a lot coming up in the void space, and I always tell people this, if you can see everything coming up and those are your triggers, those are energetic releases because you're activating your light body. You're going through your own ascension initiations, which is beautiful, but you want to master learning how to pull away and to say, I'm going to pull away and I'm going to energetically resolve with inside of myself the softwares that are coming up in my body. And that's holding a place of self-mastery. The divine higher aspect knows that the physical body is what holds the density and the softwares. So because the physical body holds the density and the softwares, you would know you have to pull away to energetically resolve why your heart contracted. And that's mastery. Knowing when your heart's closed, knowing when your heart's open, and removing the veils of the ego. Fixed belief systems, and also defensiveness. So you'll have to purify defensiveness. And then also a lot of the old programs that are running from the old matrix systems. And we all have done it. So if I have to do it, and all of us had to do it, all of you guys were teaching you guys that it's there, that it's always going to be there because it's collective consciousness. So it's because it's whatever we ever saw our whole life and everything out there. Even if you're like, that's not me, it is you, because it's in your body, it's in your reality grids. Eventually you would realize it would be in me. Once you recognize it and you see it, it's gone. It'll never recreate again. It never materializes again. It's all there. It's actually really cool if you realize, if you just see it and say, I'll see everything at this point so I can get it all out. That's showing your higher aspect of you that you are ready to fly, and to fly into the higher realms and to fully anchor it. So anyways, I love everyone very much. I'll put some information below and we'll be up in the morning again.